Hey, I'm Jason Dawson, your local listing pro and realtor, and welcome to Inside the Biz. And today we're going to talk about the vibe of Chandler. And one of the things that you guys have been asking for is to focus on a nonprofit every month. So I'm excited. We've got Ben and Denise here with the JEM Foundation. So I'm excited for you guys to share with us a little bit about what the JEM Foundation is all about.
Thanks so much for having us. We really appreciate being here.
Absolutely.
The JEM Foundation is a suicide prevention nonprofit. So we started the nonprofit January of 2017. And we are really focused on ending youth suicide. We're focused on improving mental health care through legislation, through societal changes, removing the stigma, and then we really want to provide individual and family support. Because when you have an individual in the family that's struggling with mental illness, they need support, but families need support as well, and so we want to tackle it from all sides.
Yeah, and I know it's a tough thing for you guys, but how did you get started with this?
Well, we lost our son Jake January 11th, 2016.
Yeah.
Kind of changed the course of our lives, and we wanted to do something to honor him.
You guys have done some really cool things, and obviously taking it to the max of getting some laws and legislature going. Tell us a little bit about that journey and what that's all about.
We started originally after Jake passed. We started trying to think of ways we could change things. He had struggled with mental illness for a while, but he was denied treatment. So he was released October of 2015, and then January 11th of 2016 we lost him. So after I lost him, I was trying to think of what can we do to make sure that this doesn't happen to any other family. And so I started looking at different states that had laws that made sure that mental health and substance use disorders were treated equally with physical health. And lo and behold, I come to find out that there's a federal Parity Law. And this law states that if insurance companies are providing mental health, then they have to cover it equally with physical health. I had no idea this law existed. So did some more research and found out that it exists, but a lot of states are not enforcing the law. So we are pushing for a state parity law that would make sure that mental health and substance use disorders are treated equally with physical health.
So what are we doing to help the Chandler community or the community in general here? What can we do?
We recently just went through youth mental health first aid training to train teachers or community members. So we're going to be offering classes for a minimal charge, if not free, to go into the schools and train all the teachers, train community members, train businesses, just so we can make sure. And then we also work with a company called GeneSight, and we really push DNA testing for medications. So a lot of children are put on medications, and medication can be great, but it can also make things worse. So we really encourage all parents who have children that are on mental health medications to go through a DNA test just to determine, hey, is this medication really the right medication for my child? So we really push that as well.
So we talked about obviously the parity laws as well too, and we have Katie Parity. How does she help out?
Well, we were actually sitting there trying to think of how we could reach additional crowds of people. This can be a very, very dark subject, and it can be a very difficult subject for people to talk about. So we were talking one day, and we were like, everybody loves dogs. So
it brings so much joy.
Yeah, so I think Ben had the idea, hey, maybe we should name her Katie Parity and start using her as a youth advocate and as an educational advocate.
Sounds good. So do you guys, obviously you guys said you help with raising money and creating awareness or some help for families. So do you guys accept donations? How do you accept donations?
Absolutely.
Do you guys do fundraisers?
This is one of the things like that mental health assistance initiative. We really want to get that going, but we don't have a lot of funds coming in for that. So the funds that we would receive, to help a family with mental health costs for education, for videos, for training, the youth mental health first aid training. So there's a lot of needs there, and we're an all volunteer run nonprofit. We don't take salaries. Anybody that works with us doesn't take a salary. So anything that comes in will go back to the community.
And if a business were to donate to, is this 100% tax write-off
yes,
as well?
501. Yeah, we are
cool.
501c3.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Sounds good. And then do you guys ever have any volunteer opportunities or ways that the community can get involved too?
It doesn't always have to involve a lot of your time. Follow our page. We will keep updates as far as when our parity bill drops. When that happens, we need people to write every representative out there.
Well, it's tradition that we end every segment on checking out Chandler. We find out something awesome and amazing about you guys, which obviously we already have. But what's your organization's superpower?
We've thought about this, and it's got to be our heart. Like I said earlier, Jake was an amazing kid with a big heart and wanted to help everybody else, and we want to keep that going. But one thing that we point out when we're meeting with people at the Capitol is that no matter what we do, it's not going to bring Jake back for us. So we're doing it for you and your kids and your grandkids, and that's why we do this.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for spending your time with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, we appreciate everybody in our Checking Out Chandler group and family participating and asking for things that we can do to help out in the community. And so definitely would encourage you guys to reach out to the JEM Foundation if you want to get involved. Like the video, if you give it a thumbs up, comment below, share the video would be an awesome way to show your support so we can help spread the word. And then obviously go on and like the page and follow and help out on social media too as well.
Look into that one.
That one's audience, that one's okay, got it.
Yep. Oh yeah, and I'll always make the first blooper too.
This 2017. You can mess me up on dates. He messes me up on dates all the time.